Well, we have just had a marvellous joke that we're not going to share with you. And Rankin Roger from The Beat is my special guest here at Let's Rock in Bristol. And you have just performed and you have just set the crowd wild. Did you enjoy it as much as they did?
I think even more. They were wonderful. I mean, they actually just egged us on, if you like. So always be ready to play this festival, always.
From the first song, They're Jumping, is that always a good sign for you when you kick it off?
For us it is, yes. I mean, beat gigs are all about dance and keeping the momentum up and stuff, you know. So it's, you know, great. I think people have seen us a few times now over the years and they know what to expect. So yes, we'd get them going very quickly, yes.
And tell us about how much influence your son is in the band now, Junior.
Very big influence. He's in with all the new songs which we're writing at the moment. Also, he's, you know, he brings the young blood in, the younger generation. So we've got a whole new generation of ska fans. I'm not saying he's totally responsible. I can't say that, but I know him being there has really helped to make our audience more dynamic. It's old and it's young. It's all across the ages. Fantastic. That's how you want it, really.
And you must be a very proud dad. I think if any of my kids were like, you know, if I had one of my sons or my daughter behind me now going, right, Dad, ask this question, I'd be quite proud if they were helping me interviewing and doing DJing and presenting. But they don't. They've got real jobs. So you must be very proud that he's with you.
Well, I think part of it is from the time he was a child, I always played my music to send him to sleep. So I think it's kind of, you know, inbred in him in a bit, you know, in a way, because you know, of his childhood kind of thing. He loves the music just as much as me.
Yeah, but you say to send him to sleep. There's not a lot of your tunes that would send anybody to sleep. It would just wake him up and get him going.
Right. Yeah, he used to calm the kids. I know that. So, you know, obviously, beat music has more. You know, more uses than one. You know,
yeah, okay.
It's not just dancing; it can soothe you as well, and it can open your minds as well. You know,
so a calming influence instead of having to drive your kids around the block in the car to get them to sleep.
That's right. Mirror in the bathroom works every time.
There you go. Brilliant. Oh, that probably went down the best, wouldn't you think? Still,
we couldn't do everything. We wanted to do, you know, Can't Get Used to Losing You and Drowning, which is that was another single. There's Best Friend as well. So, you know, we didn't do 3 or 4 tunes. Doors of Your Heart, that's another one that was a single.
So do you determine on the day then what you're going to sort of put in and miss out? And this must be a hard thing to choose.
It's worse than that. I decide on the spot.
Really?
I look at the audience. I look at the audience and I decide, like a DJ, what, you know, like 2 songs in advance. I know what's going to get them. You know, you got the idea is to keep the audience a bit like this, a bit wavy,
okay,
and then build them up to a climax at the end. So we'll give them a couple of fast ones and a slow one as a breather, and then we'll go back into the fast ones again just to keep it up. So it's a bit like that, you know. And I look at them, and if they're too tired, I'll give them a slow one. If they're looking like they're just standing there, I'll give them a fast one, you know. So it depends on the audience.
And if they're a bit wavy, there's a chance they'll wave back.
Well, exactly. They always wave anyway, so okay, we welcome that.
Always good to see you. And just be grateful that I introduced you and not Jonathan Ross, or it could have been none less than Rankin Roger.
I thought about that, you know. I was going to, when he first introduced my name, I was going to ask him if he was Jonathan Ross, because I'm sure he bent that R into a W. Hi everybody, this is Rankin Roger from The Beat, and I just want you to know that you're tuned into Let's Rock Bristol. It's the sound that leads the way today. Do it!